Scoot back on the side.
Hey,
family. Hey.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Listen, how's it going? Hi, everybody. Hey, welcome to
Story time. Story time. Story time.
I'm your girl, Bonnie G, in the place to be.
Hey.
And like I always say, wherever the Ruach is, I just want to be present, okay? Listen, this is Auntie Shelly on the beat. Come on, y'all. But y'all already know we do it for our community, not for ourselves. We've been delivered, okay? Listen, we no longer do it for ourselves. We do it for the community. We are community-minded.
Somebody got to do it.
Exactly. Listen, so y'all already know we are in the book of Jubilees, okay? But you already know that's not in your regular book. But we found out that you can go to Google Play, and you can get the book of Jubilees for free, okay? So there is also an app if you want all the lost books, or majority of the lost books, I should say. You can go into your app store and type in St0ryTim3, and you can purchase the St0ryTim3 Bible on your app for $21.99. It will not ask you for a penny more or a penny less. The price is the price, okay? And then for those who need a physical Bible or St0ryTim3, get a book. But don't you dare pay full price for it, okay? There is a discount with your name on it. Hey, I felt that. Hold on. Y'all see my man-made bed? Or woman-made bed? Okay, listen. Come on, sock in the butt. Listen, but that's not the point. Listen, get your St0ryTim3 on st0ryTim3.net, not .com, because you ain't going to find nothing there, okay? I don't know what will pop up, actually, but it ain't going to be the St0ryTim3. All right, so go to st0ryTim3.net, and remember the O in the word story is actually a 0. I was just trying to be fun and cute, you know? And the E in the word time is actually a 3, as a reminder to going back to the covenant, okay? Because as a reminder, we now understand the assignment. Assignment is straight up understood.
Understood.
All right? Shalom, Rungi. Shalom, Auntie Cousin. She. All right? She in the house. Y'all know we're going to get into this good old scripture on the third day.
It's the fourth.
It's the fourth day.
Is it Jude? I feel like you haven't done Jude.
I ain't Jude in a long time, huh? I feel like poor Jude. Hold on, baby. We ain't forgot about you, sir. We ain't forgot about you. We going to Jude. All right. Although there are many, many chapters in Jude, we're only going to go to the first one. All right.
You're right.
1 and 24. Okay. 1 and done. All right. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise Elohim, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and forever. Amen. Forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Now
He's
to
able
him,
to keep you from falling.
Listen, you may trip, okay?
You ain't falling.
You ain't gonna fall if you stay in him. Yep. I don't care what it look like. It may look like you fell. Mm-hmm. He got you. He was like, baby, you just tripped a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, get on up. Come on, let's go.
Exactly. Better get on up now. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I was going to say, is that a song?
Or it just came and I went with it.
Did you know we good for making stuff up?
On the spot. On the spot. Listen, y'all. Let me scoot up. I feel a little tall. All right, so listen, y'all. Shalom, Auntie Camille, all right? Listen, we're going to be in the book of Jubilees. We are in the 46th chapter. I cannot believe that we are in this book.
Yeah,
already almost at the end. Mm-hmm. But wait, there's more. Don't worry, we're going to hit you up. If we finish tonight, we're going to hit you up with something good tomorrow. All right? What's the recap? Because a lot happened.
Recap was Joseph revealed who he was.
Absolutely. What a beautiful moment.
For the daddy and everybody to come on down. I'm going to take care of you. But the real good thing is that, I can't remember who was him, Jacob or Yaakov or Yashrael is his name now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. They don't have the 12 sons. That's actually his name now. He stopped, built an altar and said, am I supposed to be going? Because if not, Joseph gonna have to come down here.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, am I supposed to be coming? And Yahuwah told him, go. So he went, and he had 70 souls with him, and they named all the sons, their sons, who all went down. And it mentioned how they were all able to be together, eat together, live together in harmony, in unity. Everybody had a coat of many colors.
Absolutely.
The whole family, yeah. And he was just so overwhelmed to see that. And we mentioned how everybody learned their lesson.
Yeah.
In that time. When Joseph went away, he learned his. The brothers learned theirs. The dad learned, everybody.
Yeah.
So everybody's now able to come together, one accord, all 12 together, like it is going to be in the future.
Yep.
Eating, drinking. Hasatan can't touch him.
Oh yes, there was no place for it. He couldn't even stick his toenail in there if he had one.
He could not find a place. And we see that Joseph. Well, he ain't passed away.
No, not yet. Not yet. Well,
but he told them when he did.
Yes.
He said they're not going to let my body go. So make sure when you leave here, you take my body.
Yeah.
Because all the other patriarchs, when they, I'll say, went to sleep, their family was able to take them to the cave, bury them, come back. But we learned that some of them didn't even come back. But yeah, but Joseph, they weren't letting him out of Egypt.
No.
Not even his body.
They had mad respect for Joseph.
Mad he was second in command.
Absolutely.
And we also learned how Joseph gave that land of Goshen to the descendants.
Absolutely.
And nobody ever took it back. Like we haven't read yet for someone to
back. Yeah.
Because Pharaoh didn't even go back.
He sure didn't. And that land was his. All right. So those of you who have the book of Jubilees, we're going to go in the 46th chapter. We're in the 46th chapter, so we're not going nowhere because we're already here. But we're going to start when Joseph dies and see. And Joseph died in the 46th Jubilee, in the 6th week, okay, in the 2nd year. And they buried him in the land of Misraim. And all his brethren died after him. And the king of Misraim went forth to war with the king of Canaan in the 47th Jubilee, in the 2nd week, in the 2nd year. And the children of Yasharel brought forth all the bones of the children of Yaakov, save the bone of Joseph. And they buried them in the field in the double cave in the mountains.
So they took all the patriarchs were in that cave.
Yes. Man, that is so crazy. I wonder if that still exists today.
Well, they say they know where it is, but I'm sorry. I'm just gonna. It looks too fancy. I mean, I get that you could have did that later, but they wasn't burying people like that. You just get put in the dirt, put the stone over it, like.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But if you inside the cave, like I know you've seen like Indiana Jones, stuff like that.
Yes.
Or you go into a cave and there's different bodies all over the place. So it looked probably something like that. Inside of this cave were different graves. I mean, and it is possible they could have went through later, but they wouldn't know who was buried where.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So how do you know who is who?
Yeah, and so I'm not, because I know they always say that Jacob is there. They always say that Leah is there. They never mention the other 12. They never mention everybody else. I think they mentioned Joseph, but they never mention everybody else. And I'm like,
but it says that everybody.
You got to have all 12.
Yeah.
So it may be, I don't know if anyone has ever traveled there, but they tell you this is the cave. I mean, the cave would be easy to find if you lived there your whole life.
Okay. If
you've always been there, you will be able to tell, but see, we got taken away.
That's what I'm saying. And my thing is like they have screwed everything. Even where Jerusalem is not where Jerusalem is. So it's like, do you even trust that that's the place that
that's why I don't trust it. If we had been there the whole time, then okay, I got you. But
I don't know. All right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a coin toss, okay? Heads. All right, verse 10. And the most of them returned to Mizraim, but a few of them remained in the mountains of Haran. And Amram, your father, remained with them. And the king of Canaan was victorious over the king of Mizraim, and he closed the gates. Allow me to turn the page. Of Mizraim. And he devised an evil device against the children of Yasharel, of afflicting them. And he said unto the people of Mizraim, Behold, the people of the children of Yasharel have increased and multiplied more than we.
So notice that change.
Yes, and because they were multiplying and increasing, because if you remember, they were keeping Torah. The enemy he wasn't able to stick his foot in, his leg in, his knee in, none of that. And so they were able to grow and prosper.
Yes. So we see when the 12 patriarchs died,
right?
The king of Canaan comes in, because I guess the 12 patriarchs making sure y'all keeping Torah.
Yes.
The last one died, everybody just went crazy, or they wouldn't have been able to defeat them.
Absolutely. So something happened. Some kind of shift happened within within Yasharel.
Because you don't have. Oh no! Wait, we even got to that part yet.
Okay, and on top of that, notice this is where a lot of people like to say that we were slaves, but they discount the fact that we were living good in Goshen, right? So we weren't enslaved.
Right.
We're just now getting into slavery.
So when they say there arose a king that knew not Joseph, he don't know Joseph. It's a brand new king.
Yep, whole new
king.
Ooh, well, let's see how evil he is, shall we? And please remember, this is real people, okay, that y'all related to. All right, verse 13. Come and let us deal. So this is the king, evil king talking. Come and let us deal wisely with them before they become too many. And let us afflict them with bondage before war come upon us, and before they too fight against us. Else they will join themselves unto our enemies and get them up out of our land, for their hearts and faces are towards the land of Canaan.
So the new king has heard about them, has heard about this group of people, and he said, we need to do something right now, because if we go to war against another country, we don't know whose side they're going to take. But if you played your cards right, they would have stayed on your side.
Absolutely. And what is it about them that really triggered you in a sense, right? To be like, oh, snaps. They are becoming more powerful. We need to put them in bondage.
Because they have a reputation. They have a reputation. So if you got a reputation where I know just two of those sons took out a whole city.
Right.
You got a reputation of just 12 of y'all with a few servants taking out whole cities, thousands of people, and ain't none of y'all died.
None of y'all died.
That's your reputation.
Yeah.
And so you go defeat the king of Egypt because the brothers is not in that war. They're not fighting. They're out burying they people. So that's when you come in, you defeat the then king of Egypt. Now you have a new one, but you hear about the reputation of these people, and you be like, oh no.
Wow.
What if they grow and grow and grow and grow and grow? We don't have a chance.
We don't have a chance.
So we need to do something. What are we gonna do?
Okay, so y'all know I'm always pointing out, but that's what's going on today.
Oh, yes.
But it's the truth.
It's the truth.
These people look at us and be like, oh, snaps. These people are way too many. Let us first off get them to believe that they are the minority. I'm sorry. And let them believe that we are the majority. So that messes up your psyche, right? Because you always, that's already giving you superior, right? When you hear that you're the minority and somebody else is the majority. Then you like, oh, wow. Then they go, oh, let's put taskmasters in place. People that look like us. I mean, y'all, it's the same thing, but it's looking different. Okay, it's looking real different. We at the end of 46.
And when you think about how they always knew we outnumbered them, but as long as they held us prisoners in our mind, but now the problem is they woke up. It don't take a bunch of them now. They the majority, and some of them we can contain, but it's that it's that group that's keeping Torah that's gonna mess the whole thing up.
And that's the thing. They so worried about everybody. They don't realize that, bro, read your scripture. He worked with a little bit.
Yeah.
He worked with the,
that's what they scared of. They know. The powers that be know. They got too much truth.
That's
the curse is going to be the curse. That's why the curse gone. We start following
Torah.
We ain't cursing ourselves. They got some of us to still be on their side.
Yeah.
That's why things when Kanye says things like that, he's too big.
Absolutely.
So that means too many people are going to listen.
And that's the thing. Like, that's, I mean, not to be on it, but why not be on it? Okay. Because I'm for my brother Kanye. All right. Say what you will. Say what you want. But listen, that's the thing. When he start talking like that, people be like, oh, he's bashing him. But why not research what he's saying?
Yeah.
That's the same thing when we came into truth. It was like, hey, man, we are the real Hebrew. No, that's crazy. That's anti-black. That's anti-this. You don't like white people then. Wait, man, wait a minute. Why not look into it and see if there's some truth there? This brother ain't all bad. Now, listen, he ain't all perfect either. And he don't know what you know. But he knows something. He knows something that we don't know.
The truth.
Absolutely. Because he's been in the game.
Right.
He's been in the dark.
Right.
Like evil.
I know the game.
Absolutely.
And I know, and I get when because like I said, it's just like Paul. Paul comes, you was killing us.
Right.
But now you come. So I understand the hesitancy.
Right.
Like, yeah, you telling the truth, but arm's distance, because you could be, because in your mind you're thinking you could be doing this for your own personal gain. But I want you to think about this. I don't care if he's doing it for his own personal gain.
Is it true or not?
The truth is out.
Absolutely.
It's still making people think.
Absolutely.
Whether he's doing it for his own personal gain to get out of his contracts, or whether he's doing it because he really, really believes it and inside he really means it, makes me no difference.
Absolutely.
The point is, it's the truth.
It's the truth. Because if it wasn't, why would they be tripping, shutting him down the way he is?
Yes.
If it wasn't the truth, just like when he was talking about slavery was a choice, bro, they kept his endorsements.
They They ain't nobody touch him.
Didn't nobody touch him. He stayed with Nike. He stayed with Adidas. And this brother talking about slavery was a choice. Talking about white lives matter. Didn't nobody touch him?
Nobody touched him.
But this brother talking about he the real Jews. Everybody cutting ties with him. Yep. Banks cutting ties with him. That should put y'all on game.
That don't even make no darn sense. A bank. The whole bank.
Because the Jewish community
Jewish.
Own it.
And not even that, too. Those are the same banks who gave slave owners loans to buy slaves.
Hello. Come on, sir.
And reparations for losing their slaves.
Come on.
Bring it.
But yet, they didn't cut ties with him when he was talking about
that. Right.
So,
I'm going to tell everybody, like, what's his name? The one to talk to Paul started with a G. I'm going to say his name was Gamaliel. Some people, some of y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Gamaliel, when he said, look, leave these people alone. If they be of Yah, you're gonna lose.
Yes.
And if they're not, it'll turn out to be nothing. So I'm gonna step back.
Scripture? Okay, that's what I said.
I'm gonna step back. Kanye is Kanye. Right now, the brother telling the truth. Hey, I'm with you with the truth.
Absolutely.
But I'm not finna, like, I do get what you're saying, but I'm gonna say right now, step back. This is Yahuwah's business. If he ain't about it, if he just doing this for personal gain, it'll come to naught. But if he is telling the truth, you're fighting against Yahuwah.
Yep.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Oh, wow.
It's the truth. It's coming out.
And that's what they're doing. Y'all see the same scripture that we're reading about. They're grabbing taskmasters masters and using us to do all the beating. We bashing this brother.
Yep.
We bashing our sisters. You know what I'm saying? They use us to do all of it.
Which we
and while their hands is clean. Well, not really clean, but y'all know what I'm saying? Their hands is behind their back. Like, I didn't do that. I didn't hit that. But yet they use us to bash one another.
Because they want us to discredit him.
Absolutely.
Just step back. I get what you mean. Distance, but step back.
Step back.
Let Yahoo just when somebody comes to you and says, Do you believe what Kanye said? Are you guys really the Hebrews? Just say yes. Keep it going.
Yep, keep it moving.
If they got questions, answer their questions. They came to you. Somebody came to you for the truth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it. That
Work
is.
it.
All right. Listen, yes, sir, Abraham. Abram. Speak, Abram. You know where that's from. Yeezy is using his influence to be a catalyst for critical thinking. Yes, because when you are a free thinker, that costs you everything. They don't like free thinkers, okay?
Yes.
They like programmers, which if you're awake, you have now no longer are not being programmed. But before, we were not free thinkers. Now we are. They don't like that, especially when you have billions of followers, okay? Billions of dollars and millions of followers. My bad. It makes sense, Auntie Cammie says. Oh, Nashan hits us with the Nicodemus, okay? And my dad goes, Shabbat Shalom with 2 hearts and a prayer. Thank you.
Oh,
all right.
Nicodemus. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
again? What? You thinking about? You must be born again.
Yeah, maybe. Yep, that's probably what she's going with.
Maybe, yeah.
Rangi hit us with this long quote, which I listen, bring more, okay? Glad I have family that is woke and sharing. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. Not like the media excited me, anyways. Just glad to be in truth above all these reasons. Above all 4 of these reasons. Absolutely, girl. Girl, you got family out here in Cali. All right. Shalom to my girl Lolo, okay? All right, let's get back into this reading. We on verse 14, chapter 46. And he set over them taskmasters to afflict them with bondage, and they built strong cities. Oh, and they got the nerve to call us lazy. And they built strong cities. And notice that I'm talking about people that look like us. Okay, at the time they look like us. They built strong city for Pharaoh, Pithom, and Ra'amisi. That's as close as I'm gonna get it. And they built all the walls and all the fortifications which had fallen in the city of Mizraim. And they made them serve with rigor, and more they dealt evilly with them, the more they increased and multiplied. And the people of Mizraim abominated the children of Yasharel.
Change the whole thinking. And that's just dumb, because it was because of them being there that Egypt was so blessed. And you could have kept it that way.
Could have. But your own insecurity and insight and perspective
is making them your enemy.
Is making where you were experiencing or the land itself was experiencing peace.
Yes. Total peace.
Total peace. And it's almost like something about the peace disturbed your little spirit.
Yeah.
It's crazy. 47, but Hasatan loved chaos anyway.
Yeah.
47. And in the 7th week, in the 70th year, 7th year, sorry. In the 47th Jubilee, your father went forth from the land of Canaan. And you were born in the 4th week, in the 6th year thereof, in the 48th Jubilee. This was the time of tribulation on the children of Yasharel.
I'm thinking he talking to Moshe, so he must be talking to, but your dad, this when your daddy was born.
Maybe. And Pharaoh, king of Mizraim, issued a command regarding them that should cast all their male children which were born into the river. Yeah. And they cast them for 7 months until the day that you were born. Now remember, in the book of the Ascension of Isaiah, we've learned that all of these children is up there telling on this Pharaoh. Like literally, they're still babies and talking and telling them how they were wrong, how they were done wrong. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, but it's real. And they cast them in for 7 months until the day that you were born. And your mother hid you for 3 months, and they told regarding her. And she made an ark for you. Wow. And covered it with pitch and asphalt, and placed it in the reeds on the bank of the river. And she placed you in the 7 days, in it 7 days. And your mother came by night and suckled you. And by day, Mizraim, your sister, guarded you from the birds. And in your days, Thermuth, the daughter of Pharaoh, came to bathe in the river. And she heard your voice crying. And she told her maidens to bring you forth, and they brought you unto her. And she took you out of the ark, and she had compassion on you. And your sister said unto her, Shall I go and call unto you one of the Hebrew women to nurse and suckle this babe for you? And she said unto her, Go. And she went and called your mother, Yocheved. Wow, Yocheved. And she gave her wages, and she nursed you. Got paid for doing what you naturally.
Your own child.
Your own child. Okay, she was giving you child support.
Okay.
You were supporting your own child. And I never tripped that even though she put him on the water, that she was coming back at night to breastfeed him.
Yeah.
And the daughter was watching over her brother. Tears.
And the daughter was smart. She acted quick to it. You need to go get one of the Hebrew women to nurse because you ain't got no milk.
So that's right. And on top of that, that's where she's just downloading all this stuff to him. So she's actually teaching him and telling him who he is and all that. And she's watching him.
Yes.
Wow. What an amazing. Come on, intentional.
That's great.
I know, right?
And the daughter's name was Egypt too, right?
Let me get her name. No, and Miriam.
Oh.
Miriam?
Oh, okay. I thought you said Mizraim.
No, Miriam.
Oh, okay.
Miriam.
And afterwards, verse 9, let me get into this. Moshe wouldn't suck on the other maidens. That was from Yahuwah. So Moshe would be by his mom. Jasher mentions, because again, Jasher is in the details.
Girl, I didn't even know you was reading that. I was like, where
that wasn't a cliffhanger. That was running.
Where you get that from?
Yeah, Jasher, yes. Jasher gives such just so many details.
Like it goes, Jasher has the most details.
It does. It does. And you'd be like, what? Yeah. All right. And afterwards, when you were grown up, they brought you unto the daughter of Pharaoh, and you did become her son. So she kept him. I didn't know that. I thought she was coming to breastfeed and then get the baby back.
Yeah, like a nanny.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know she kept him.
Mm-hmm.
And when he grew up, she brought him back.
Like when he was weaned, she brought him back.
Yeah, so that's like 6 years. Wow.
I don't know if you get breastfed for 6 years.
Back then they were. Because remember
they did do it longer.
Yeah, they did. And in Jasher it gives an account like he had to be 6 and 7 when was making fun of him.
Oh,
Abram and Sarah.
Ishmael.
Yeah. Isaac. And he was getting weaned, so he was like 6 or something like that.
So she taught him a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she taught him exactly who he was.
That's crazy. So I wonder if it was like, I wonder if she was like keeping them overnight and then.
That's what it sounds.
No, she kept them. Look, it says, and afterwards, when you were grown up, so from a baby, remember the sister said, you want me to find a Hebrew woman to go breastfeed him? So she said yes. And so Mizraim, the sister, brought him to their mom. Mm-hmm. So afterwards since a baby.
After that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
When he had grown up, she gave him back to the house of Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm. After he was weaned off.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. She was taking care of her baby and instilling and telling him who he is. That's why he didn't like the fact that Hebrew was getting hit.
Yes. He knew.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. If I say the sentence one more time, I'm going to irk my own self.
Right.
And afterwards, when you were grown up, they brought you unto the daughter of Pharaoh, and you did become her son. And Amram, your father, taught you writing. And after you had completed 3 weeks, they brought you into the royal court.
So his dad was even there teaching him how to write.
No, that's Pharaoh husband, right? The daughter husband. That's what.
I don't know. It says your.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Amram sounds like a Hebrew.
Oh yeah, it does, and it sounds like. Wait, didn't
and
we
plus,
mention
if he getting that old, you're learning how to read and write. Like
Absolutely.
Genesis is learning how to read and write.
Yeah, she's 3. Wait, they mentioned Amram.
I think that's his dad. I think Amram is Moshe's dad.
Oh,
Like his
like
real
his
dad.
real daddy?
Mhm.
Okay, y'all let us know. Let's see. Let me see. Amram is Moshe dad. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, Amram sounds the same. Yeah. Let me see. No, Amram is Moshe dad. Okay, got you. His own mother
Because
was
I
his
don't
wet
think
nurse
she
and
was.
getting
I
paid
don't
for it.
think she was married. Because it keeps referring to her as the daughter of Pharaoh.
Yeah. Okay. Your father taught you writing, and after you had completed 3 weeks, they brought you into the royal court. So wow, he was so intentional. So he gets Moshe, first off, spends the most important years of a baby's development with his
Yes.
mother.
Yeah.
Mhm.
After that, he goes into a time to learn how to read and write for
And
3
your
weeks.
own father
And your own
taught you.
father is teaching you. And then after that, you go into the royal court.
Because you're the Pharaoh's daughter's son.
Wow. Nishan goes on to say the daughter of Pharaoh was a widow. I ain't never known that in my life. But then again, the truth walk ain't been that long, so don't expect me to know. All right. Wow, that's crazy. Where am I?
10.
Okay. And you were 3 weeks of years at the court until the time when you did go forth from the royal court and did see a Hebrew smiting. Nope, I'm sorry, an Egyptian smiting your friend who was of the children of Yasharel. And you did slay him and hide him in the sand because he was brought up.
He knew, like,
he knew exactly who he was.
What you ain't gonna do
is do my brother like that.
I grew up with these people.
At least grew up with my mama. Okay. And on the second day you did, and on the second day you did, and 2 of the children of Yasharel striving together, and you did say to him who was doing the wrong, why do you smite your brother? And he was angry and indignant and said, who made you a prince and judge over us? Think you to kill me as you killed the Egyptian yesterday? And you did fear and flee on the account of these words.
See, this is where our people's pride come
right?
in. Yeah. So he sees 2 brothers fight. He meets 2 Hebrews. And he said, why are you doing this to your brother? And so because you full of pride and can't tell your brother, I'm sorry, you lash out at Moshe like, I saw you kill that Egyptian.
Right.
But you gonna kill me like you did him? No. Or you'd be dead.
Right. Or it's kind of like, yeah, exactly. Or I would have been did it. Like,
and he like, oh no, they know I killed the Egyptian.
And now I'm just gonna run. But he wasn't, it sounds like he wasn't in that place for a long time. Because after the learning of the reading and writing, he saw that happening. And
because he was older when he killed the Egyptian. Yeah.
And then he left.
Like, they didn't know he was
they didn't know he was a Hebrew.
Yeah.
No. They just thought he was a prince, like they said, a prince of Egypt, that a Hebrew woman, and it probably was common back then, that a Hebrew woman nursed.
Yes, let me get into this question. It says, did the Egyptian even know how to write, or did they get the Hebrews to teach them too?
Their writing is different though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Egyptians' writing is different.
Because even though they use pictures and stuff too, but like it's
different. They use actual pictures.
Yeah.
Whereas our letters just look fancy. Like that's why on some of the Egyptian things you see like spaceships. You see people that actually, you see helicopters.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, because they use actual pictures. Yeah. Like this is what it looks like. This is what we saw flying.
They call hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hope that helped in some way. Okay, chapter 48. Make sure you're paying attention. You're doing good. And in the 6th year of the 3rd week of the 49th Jubilee, you did depart and dwell in the land of Midian. 5 weeks and 1 year. Excuse me. And you did return into Mizraim in the 2nd week, in the 2nd year, in the 50th Jubilee. And you yourself know what he spoke unto you on Mount Sinai. And what Prince Mastema, there we go again, desired to do with you when you were returning to Mizraim. Remember, the same prince that was going after Abraham is still here.
Yeah, Mestima is a
Demon.
evil, a demon,
Yeah.
right? Not a good one. That's why
Mm-mm.
he's that kind of prince.
Yeah, he real.
Yeah,
All right.
spiritual world.
Mm-hmm. Did he not with all his power seek to slay you and deliver the Egyptian out of your hand when he saw that you were sent to execute judgment and vengeance on Egypt?
Yeah, so Mestima tried to take you out
Yep.
when he saw that you the one Yahuwah chose
Mm-hmm.
to deliver. She was trying to kill you.
And I delivered you out of his hand. And you did perform the signs and wonders which you were sent to perform in Egypt against Pharaoh and against all his house, and against his servants and his people. And Yahuwah executed a great vengeance on them for Yasharel's sake, and smote them through the plagues of blood and frogs, lice, and dog flies, and malignant boils breaking forth in blains, in their cattle by death, and the hailstones. Thereby he destroyed everything they grew for them. Listen, you ain't gonna benefit from nothing that my children may grow, okay? And by locusts which devoured the remnant which had been left by the hail, and by darkness, and by the death of the firstborn of men and animals, and all their idols. Yahuwah took vengeance and burned them with fire. Come on, Maccabee spirit.
All right.
And everything was sent through your hand, that you should declare these things before they were done. And you did speak with the king of Misraim before all his servants and before his people. And everything took place according to your words. 10 great and terrible judgments came on the land of Misraim, that you might execute vengeance on it for Yasharel.
Yeah. And notice how Yahuwah destroyed, like she was saying, destroyed everything that my people worked to give you.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone. Oh, you think they
Yep.
leaving and you gonna benefit? I'm telling same thing today. He destroying
Exactly.
stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, you
They're just
think
not
my
televising
people
it.
finna leave? And then you go, oh no.
They're not televising it.
The blessing going with them and all this stuff gonna be burnt up.
Yep.
Because I'm not gonna have them, like grab a tree and take it.
No, I'm gonna burn
But
it.
I'm gonna have the locusts eat it. All this stuff is
Absolutely.
happening. China, everywhere.
Show is. Y'all
Four
can look it
corners
up.
of the earth. This judgment is going on.
Judgment is going. And I say, don't you pray against it.
Mm-mm.
Don't you do that. You say, let your will be done, all right?
Yep.
And Yahuwah did everything for Yasharel's sake, and according to his covenant, which he had ordained with Abraham, that he would take vengeance on them as they had brought them by force into bondage. And the prince of Mestima stood up against you and sought to cast you into the hand of Pharaoh. And he helped the Egypt sorcerers. And they stood up and wrought before you the evils indeed we permitted them to work, but the remedies we did not allow to be wrought by their hands.
So he said, the evil prince let them, whatever we let you do.
Right.
We let you copy a couple of them, but the locusts and all that, they couldn't.
They couldn't do that. Like the sticks turned into a fish.
Yep.
That was the work of the Prince of Mestima.
Snake, you mean?
Yeah, sorry. Oh,
Ain't nothing he couldn't do it.
I mean, he could have. You had your finger going.
Oh no, because you said fish.
Oh, my bad.
The frogs, all that. So yeah, y'all not gonna copy that.
Right, y'all can't do that. He was like, "Hey there, babe."
I'll let y'all turn some water red though. I'll let y'all do that. But yeah.
Yeah. Not everything else. All right. I was going over this with the kids and they asked, why did they harden his heart? And I said to them, because you think he just going to see a snake and give the people back? No way. He was going to I'm going to wait till your next.
He was basically letting Pharaoh do what was really in his heart.
Very true.
This was really in your heart.
He was going to get his punishment for all the things he had done. Absolutely. Yes. It would have been too easy. Okay. Yes. And then also it was an opportunity for Pharaoh to see the children of Israel in all their glory in Yah, if that makes sense. Like the power of Yah. And not just the children of Israel, but really the real Elohim. Because he was trusting in sorcerers and stuff
Yep,
like that,
and got their gods
and their idols, and science and stuff like that. Yeah, in science. And
Yep.
so Yah had to show him.
Because everything Yah attacked were things that the Egyptians idolized. The sun, Ra. Pharaoh himself said he's a sun god. The sun is his daddy, so to speak. But also remember, he needs to bring Pharaoh to a place of total surrender.
Absolutely.
Because remember, Pharaoh, after this whole thing is over,
yes,
Pharaoh's like, Yahuwah.
Absolutely, because remember,
didn't even go back to Egypt.
When they split the Red Sea, which they don't tell us, but they actually split that Red Sea into 12 lanes, okay?
Yep.
Every tribe had their own lane.
Yep.
And Pharaoh actually walked into one.
He didn't cross.
He didn't cross. Well, how did he get to Nineveh? I thought he used...
But Nineveh's not on our side. It's on that side.
Oh.
Remember, he the only one didn't go. The army went. That's why everybody died but him. Remember, he's left.
Okay, you're right.
And he was like, oh, that's
you're
Yahuwah.
Right, my bad.
He repented, everything, didn't even go back to Egypt. Then he went to Nineveh.
He went to Nineveh. Okay, so I stand corrected. Yes.
But you know what? Now, okay, I know he went to Nineveh. But remember
y'all was reading that.
But remember, we know that Jonah,
because Pharaoh
went
was
to
actually
Nineveh, so is it on? But I mean, the stuff ain't that far away.
No, it's not. But he didn't cross the Red. He didn't cross all of the
Red Sea because he didn't go in there because the army.
He would have been dead.
He would have drowned.
But mind you, he wouldn't. If he would have not hardened his heart, Pharaoh wouldn't have had it in him to teach the Torah. Because at that point,
exactly,
he was teaching the Ninevians. That's what I'm gonna call them because they're from Nineveh. The Torah.
Yeah, once he got there, because he knew. He saw everything Yahuwah could do. Yes, he repented because he knocked out everything he believed in. All the gods, all the frogs, all that. They idolized all that stuff.
Yes. And so that also is a picture of us not throwing people away too. You know what I'm saying? Not like, kill them dead. That's why, for me, it's really safe to say, Father, just have your way. Because I don't want to just cast everybody into hell. Listen, have your way, because he may be a Pharaoh where he realized your power and turn from his wicked ways and let go of his idols and then begin to worship you, the real Elohim of Yasharel. So it's a picture of all of that. You can learn.
He's intentional. Everybody had a lesson to learn.
Everybody.
Just like with Joseph.
And Pharaoh lost children. He
everything.
He lost everything pretty much.
And then he was again saying, I'm all in, I'm gonna leave all that behind. I'm not even going back.
Yeah. He never went back. He died in Nineveh.
Being king of Nineveh.
Sure did. It made him a king.
Still made him a king.
Made him a king.
You wouldn't have to do that. He could have made him a slave. He made him a king.
Listen, when I tell you our Yah ain't petty like that, he didn't say, listen.
That's us, that's petty.
Yeah, we're real petty. We're real petty. But he ain't petty. He still made him a king, okay? What a blessing. Go ahead, sir. Okay, listen, let me get into this comment real quick. Girl, hold on, let me roll it up some. Listen, bring on. Let me see. Okay, so yes, they understood, and our lesson became really good for them in Me Too. Oh, I love that, Rangi. Please keep teaching the babies. Says praising Yah for the spirit of understanding because it was there for sure. Same way it's here right now. Absolutely. Yes, Yahuwah has an assignment for Pharaoh too. Yeah. The angels carried him to Nineveh. Oh. That is so dope, Auntie Cammy. Auntie Cammy.
She remembered.
I remember because I was working during that time when you and Auntie Shani was doing that. I could not believe that. He didn't go back because them people in Egypt would have been on him.
Right. What happened?
Right, exactly. Right.
That's a brother right there. That's a good one.
That is funny. Yes, they carried him away. And then she says, we read that in one of the books, didn't we?
Yeah.
Y'all did.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Good point, ladies. And then, yes, it was Jasher, Cammy. Oh, Jasher goes into it too?
Probably, yeah, because Jasher.
Dang, that is so crazy. Wow. I don't even remember that. Y'all read that?
Because we ain't read that part yet.
Okay.
They still with Joseph. We still with Joseph.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome, girl. Praise y'all for not being petty like some of...
Is that James?
Where's the moderator when you need her? She on vacation.
King James, it got to be here. Okay, see.
Call me if you want to. Yada, what's up, sir? What's up? Sorry you caught us, some of us being petty in the comments. When you obedient, the Most High brings and give you favor. Absolutely.
Yes.
You've done one for sure. I was listening into it for sure. Oh no, I don't think I did it. I think Auntie Shelly and Deshaun was doing it because remember I was out working for that short time.
Oh
No, y'all was. I remember because I was watching it when I wasn't supposed to.
When the angels carried them away.
When y'all was reading it.
I remember it now since Cammie says it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I remember because I was like, what? And I was supposed to be checking people in. So at work, like,
oh, that's right, because we picked certain books from Jasher and we're reading it. Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, I remember that. Oh yes, you know what, Yada? I'm gonna have to make you a moderator because when people get petty, you know, my big cousin, he liked to be petty. I don't know who's pettier, he or me. I think he got me by a long shot. Okay,
that's why he the king.
New King James. All right, where are we? All that 11. Talking that James be doing.
Verse 11.
In the chapter 48.
Yes.
All right, so we're in Jubilees 48 and 11. And Yahuwah smote them with the malignant ulcers, and they were not able to stand, for we destroyed them so that they could not perform a single sign. And notwithstanding all these signs and wonders, the prince Mastema was not put to shame because he took courage and cried to Mizraim to pursue after you. And all the powers of Mizraim with their chariots and with their horses and with all the host of the people of Mizraim. And I stood between the Mizraim and Yasharel, and we delivered Yasharel out of his hand and out of the hand of his people. And Yahuwah brought them through the midst of the sea as if it were dry land. And all the people whom he brought to pursue after Yasharel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, cast them into the midst of the sea, unto the depths of the abyss beneath the children of Yasharel. Even as the people of Mizraim had cast their children into the river, he took vengeance on 1,000,000 of them. And 1,000 strong and energetic men were destroyed on account of one suckling of the children of your people, which they had thrown into the river.
So every one child you threw into the river, I killed 1,000 of yours.
Wow.
So what? He had an army of 1,000,000 people. Do you know how many people that is?
Can't even fact. That's a lot.
Coming after little.
Oh, shout out! Listen, Yada, congratulations! He just had a baby.
Who?
Yada just had a baby, and he got the baby. Send me pictures. I got to show you later.
Oh,
but yes, congratulations! Absolutely, little mama. All right. Yeah, he killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, my yacht today and tomorrow. Okay, this evening if it is. I'm trying to turn my page. Oh yeah, where am I? And on the verse 15, and on the 14th day, and on the 15th, on the 16th, and on the 17th, and on the 18th, the prince Mastema, boy, he just don't give up, was bound and imprisoned behind the children of Yasharel, that he might not accuse them, right? Accuse them. And on the 19th, we let them loose. Why? That they might help the Mizraim and pursue the children of Yasharel. And he hardened their hearts and made them stubborn. And the device was devised by Yahuwah Eloheinu, that he might smite the Egyptians and cast them into the sea. And on the 14th, we bound him, that he might not accuse the children of Yasharel on the day when they asked the Egyptian for the vessels and garments, vessels of silver and vessels of gold, and vessel of bronze, in order to despoil the Egyptian in return for the bondage in which they had forced them to serve. And we did not lead forth the children of Yasharel from Egypt empty-handed.
So he said, I took care of Mastema. Like he wanted to influence the Egyptians to tell you no.
Right.
When you went and asked for the Jews and stuff, but he said, I held them back. That's why you left there with all that stuff.
Ah,
I held him back.
that is so
I
crazy.
held him back for pursuing you. What was that, like 4 days?
Yeah, that was a lot of days.
Mhm. But you could Yahuwah truly annihilated Mitzrayim.
He really
I took
did.
your food supply. I took your idols. I took your army. That's
Your
why they were a
strong men.
world power. You got 1 million.
Yeah.
I took everything.
And on top of that, y'all, listen how, like, I don't care what we going through. I really don't care what we going through, what we face. Y'all always have the upper hand.
Always.
I don't care what enemy is whispering in your ear, like what he's showing you, what kind of illusion he gives you. He
Right.
really don't have no power.
Mhm.
And I know it's easier said than done, but listen, when we are in this evil world that we are in, listen, Mastema can't do nothing to us. If we are under, listen, if I abide in you, you abide in me, listen, we won, okay?
Yeah. And don't think it was easy for them to go through this. They had never seen this stuff before.
Right.
All the stuff they were experiencing.
Absolutely. Their
I'm sure
reality
they were
was
like,
being
"Oh,
questioned too. Like,
no."
what am I seeing?
Yeah. Because first it was like, "Oh no, Pharaoh, now he done made it rougher for us." Moshe, I thought you came to make it better.
Right, sir.
It just got rougher.
Oh my gosh, I'd rather
But
have.
then they see all these signs and but we still here.
We still here.
It's a plague of darkness. But we got light. Ooh. Remember they over there singing and stuff.
Yes.
We
in the
still
midst
here.
of it.
And then when we leave, there's 1 million soldiers in the back of us, and they're on horses and chariots. We don't stand a chance. Even though it was a lot of them, it was about 2 million, but 1 million people on horses and chariots. You know, and we don't even know how to fight.
Right.
We don't know about no bow and arrow.
Baby, what you doing? You can't fight.
What you gonna do with that rock?
Like, if you don't put that down.
And Yahuwah's like, I got this. So even though when we say things like Yahuwah tells us, no man's gonna redeem you.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the more we study about stuff and the more I see what's going on with the government, this rabbit hole so deep.
It really is.
I ain't even gonna try to redeem myself. Because it's too deep.
It is.
And truth be told, Moshe didn't redeem them. He was just a spokesman.
And that's what he said. He basically said, I gave you everything to do. I told you what to do and you did it. And that's how we are, right?
He redeemed them. No man redeemed them. Yahuwah's telling, I held Mastema back.
That's right.
I held him back while the Egyptians gave him. Moshe didn't do that.
Sure didn't.
I redeemed you then.
Yep. And we're just a vessel.
Yeah.
That's all. That's why we have to stay in Torah so we can be in tune and say what he wants us to say, and so we can do what he wants us to do. Because without it, we just be like a sheep. I'm telling you, a sheep is listen.
Yeah.
The dumbest animal. Okay.
We never would have thought to do all this.
No.
And we sure wouldn't have been thinking about no Pharaoh.
Absolutely.
With me, he would have been the first to go.
Listen, I would have been out. Okay.
If I was a general, Pharaoh would have been the first to go, and he the one that survived.
Right.
We're about to take one bullet. I just take out the leader.
That's her mindset too. She'd take out the leader, and you'd be like, "Wait, Auntie,
take out the leader. Everybody else.
I'll be like, "Wait, but there may be. Oh, you didn't kill him already? Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say there could have been a chance. You know, he could have repented.
I'd have did it all wrong.
Yeah. But who you want her on her squad? You want her on your squad for real.
You doing the first time.
Pick her off the wall, okay? Pick her first before you pick me, because I'm gonna try to rationalize everything. Okay, I'm like, listen.
When it's time to go, she gonna be ready. Watch.
Hopefully, we all there to watch.
Bonnie, way up there.
Oh, these knees is getting going. Okay, they 36 now, but boy, when it's time to run, they're gonna be 18 again.
You gonna be running toward the enemy.
Oh,
you do know that, right?
I'm there though. I'm there because I ain't gonna do it with my own strength. I'm there.
Exactly.
I'm running. Okay, straight up. Where are we?
49.
Oh wow, chapter 49. It's Wednesday.
Oh wait, what time is it?
Listen, we're
gonna and we thought we was gonna be done.
Listen, I thought we was gonna be done, but chapter 49 is gonna happen tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, 49 and 50. Maybe. I don't know the way we did today.
I don't know. James, hold on. Stay there, James. I'm going to send you your link. And just
stay there.
Hold on. Brother Man B. Okay.
It's for those of you who don't know, it's our men's
Meeting in the assembly. So,
So
we have an assembly.
we're
So
supposed to stop at 7 and we didn't even realize
yes, it happened so fast,
it.
y'all.
It really did.
Our assembly be having pretty much everything throughout the week. If it ain't story
Yes.
time, it's the men's meeting, and then it's the women's meeting, and then it's Shabbat, and
Yeah. But think about all this power Yahuwah has. He said, I got y'all.
yeah,
Let them act up.
for real. And listen, y'all, they for sure got us because look around y'all. Y'all see how crazy this
Yeah.
stuff is going on today?
It's too deep. It's too vast. We don't know what to do. Just
It is
you know.
ridiculous. That's why, listen, you know who ain't gonna lose no hair over it?
Oh, right.
Me. Me.
Take your hands off, step back. I'm cool.
I'm not gonna lose no sleep over it. I'm just gonna trust in the Most
Just
High.
call me when it's time for me to go.
That's
to,
it.
to the action, whatever I'm supposed to do. 'Cause
Yes, that's right.
like I said, I'll go attack the wrong. I'll go take out the weed.
She sure will. She sure will.
Hey, look like a tear.
She sure will. She ain't lying. And then the Most High be like, "Did I tell you to do that?"
Yeah, what? That's the one I was going like. Like I said, I took Pharaoh out.
She sure will. She sure will. Brother James, you should be on the men's call just now. I was letting people in, and I didn't see your name. Just saying, I saw your brother. I didn't see you. I'm just saying. You should be on that call by now, and not on these chats.
So we'll just be on 49.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
we'll be on tomorrow, right? I hope you guys really enjoyed something. I hope you guys were left with encouragement. Other than that, y'all, again, congratulations to our big brother for his beautiful baby, Yada. Good to see you, and we always praying for your family. Please tell Miss Fiance we said congratulations. And with that being said, y'all, we'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. to Story Time.
Story time. Story time.
Bye.
Shalom.
Shalom. Peace. Sabbath peace.